How many turkeys do you think he could eat? Welcome friends, Last Scarf here, and it's time for a vlog. It's gonna be a Thanksgiving vlog. As you're watching this, I'll be in Vegas eating a turkey. And probably a roast beef and some pork. It's gonna be a Thanksgiving buffet, because I'll be in Vegas. My family likes going to Vegas for holidays. We usually go there for Christmas, but we're gonna go there for Thanksgiving this year because the extended family's not doing a Thanksgiving dinner this year. So just me, my dad, and my sister are gonna go to Vegas this time. So usually it's with a bigger family, but everyone's just not around this time, so it's gonna be different. So buffet, and go to town on the buffet. That's what's gonna happen. And so I wanted to make at least something for while I'm gone, and so here's a vlog for while I'm gone. A lot of craziness is happening right now as I'm recording this, but that'll get covered in that vlog, and whatever I miss as well. But this one I want to talk about just Thanksgiving and being thankful. That's what I want to talk about for this one. It's a holiday one, so being thankful. So we're going to go low and go high, just over and over again, because there's a lot of bad going on in our lives and in the world and everything. But there's a lot of things to be thankful for and be happy about. And in the past, present, and future, that's how life is. It's a bunch of ups and downs. It's just what it is. Life is just a roller coaster. That's really what it is. And so I'm the kind of person who likes bad news before the good news, so that you can just like, okay, well that sucks, but what's the good stuff? I'm like, okay, we can take solace in that. So that's what we're going to do here. And just mentioning Kirby just because it is the 25th anniversary of Kirby, so as always, thankful for Kirby. I was a 6-year-old boy when for my birthday I was given a Game Boy and the first Kirby game. This is back when a parent doesn't know what the hell they're doing as far as gaming goes. They know the Game Boy is a thing, they buy a Game Boy, there's got to be a game to buy with it, so they bought Kirby's Dream Land with it. And it's been magic since then. That's just it. It's just, from that point on, it's just been Kirby. Now, of course, I played Nintendo, I played Mario before Kirby, I played Link before Kirby, I played things before Kirby, but Kirby is Kirby. Like, this happened. I remember in high school, someone had the Game Boy. Someone had a Game Boy, and they had the original Kirby, and I got nostalgic as balls and I cried. It was ridiculous. It was really silly because at some point, someone lost my Kirby, my original Kirby cartridge, which really sucks. I still had Kirby Pinball, but of course it's not the original Kirby. Still have my old Game Boy too. It actually has the Pokemon Red in it still. Like, I still have that. Scarf is old. And I am older. I am older now. And I think about parts of my life. And so let's go with some lows. Like, I have failed so many times in my life and I have a lot of regret for that. I have gone through a lot of depression from that and all those things. And yeah, those are lows, but at the same time, things are getting better and I'm happy. And like, I have a job again. Like, I have a job and I'm happy with that. And it's going well. Like, the last job I had, my boss was abusive and it was a really crappy time in my life and it really sucked. This new boss, he's really nice, he's really cool, he's more fast and loose with things. He cares about his employees, he really works with everyone, he helps out. If he needs to go into the mud to help out, he will. And that's something I really appreciate. It's nice having a boss who gives a damn, compared to a boss who you were just a tool for them, and if you didn't work the way they wanted you to work, they abused you. And so it's just really nice to have a boss like this. Of course, we're doing less channel stuff, because some of the time it gets taken by doing an actual job, but with the money we're going to do more things, and we'll see that going forward. I'm going to get my first paycheck tomorrow. I have literally $9 to my name right now. I'm going to get my first paycheck tomorrow. That's huge. It's been struggling for so long, so thankful for that. I'm thankful for the times in my life. Like, my love life has not been the best, but I did have good times in them, and they've ended poorly, unfortunately. That's usually how breakups are. This Kirby is a birthday gift from the last relationship. And the saying goes, don't be sad it ended, be happy it happened. And that's the thing, that it takes time. It takes time to come to grips with it. There's the low. It's just that breakup is what led to my suicide attempt. And thankfully I didn't complete that, right? And so thankfully for that, did not complete that, and I'm still alive today, making these videos and everything. I'm thankful to be alive. I'm very much thankful to be alive. I'm very happy with that. Very happy being alive. There's just so many awesome things going on. And yeah, there's always going to be crappy times, but there's always going to be good times. And sometimes you got to go through a lot of crap to get to a lot of good. And that's just how life is. And so I'm thankful in general for my life. I'm thankful in general for my viewers. I'm thankful for, of course, just everything we've done with the channel, the growth we've come out of it as people. And of course, I'm thankful for Jinx for all of her hard work. She's been there. Me and Jinx have been best friends for about 10 years now. So of course, I'm very thankful for Jinx. I'm thankful for so many friends and so many viewers. And I could name a bunch, but then everyone else I don't name would feel bad because I didn't think about them. And so the question is, do I just do it anyway? And yeah, let's just do it anyway. I'm thankful for, of course, Jinx. I'm thankful for Kylax and Verbal and Killer and Fraz and Checkpoint and Jaggerus, and I'm thankful for names that are escaping me right now. I'm thankful for Mez. Mez is like my favorite dude I don't talk to that much. Like, I want to believe that if me and Mez live nearby, like, I would visit him like all the time, like every day or every other day. He is my dude. So I'm thankful in life just for knowing Mez. I'm thankful for just all the random artists I follow on Twitter. I'm thankful for just games in general. I'm thankful for so many things. Like, there are a lot of things going badly in life. Like, you got the whole, of course, like, racism isn't dead. It really sucks, and we get reminded of all the time. Shootings keep happening. We get reminded of all the time. We got the sexual allegations happening. Those are all rough things that are happening, and they keep happening, and it really sucks. And that's not all that life is, though. There's also the parts of life where good things happen, where you have humanitarianism happening by you have politicians who actually do their job, who are doing good things. You have celebrities who are doing good things. You have people just doing good things. You have times where racism isn't the thing, where it's people just coming together and being a thing. You have that as well. It's absolutely terrible that, of course, things like Flint, Michigan are still happening, that Puerto Rico still doesn't have power to all their people. Like, those are all bad things. But there's also just good things happening as well. What we're seeing is just more... start opening with low is really hard to overcome because that is horrible. Flint, Michigan still being a thing is horrible. Puerto Rico still being where it is horrible. Like, those are horrible, horrible things. And so you can't really overcome that with the good, can you? But you can still talk about good to try to overcome. You can't. These aren't one-to-one. These aren't one-to-one. Now I think about it, you can't make one-to-one equivalent. Nothing can make what happened with Puerto Rico okay. Nothing can make what happened with Flint, Michigan okay. But we can take solace in just good things happening in life. That's all we can do. Someday power will return to Puerto Rico, and that'll be great. Someday the water will be great in Flint, Michigan. Those should be happening a lot sooner, both those things. But someday things will get better for those places. I realize, well, the thing when you realize is when you think about the real world problems and things that are happening, it's very awful. And how do you overcome those things? And that is, you just do your best, I think, personally. And if you want to donate towards those things, you donate towards those things. Or you do something else to pay it forward. You do nice gestures to pay things forward. And you just try to be a good person. I think that's what's important. I think that's what's very important. Is just being a force of good. And yeah, like, yeah, that's the only way to put it. Like, what can you say in the face of those things that can make it better? You can't. All you can do is live your life and just try to do well and do good things. That's what I realized just now. But I don't know. Nothing can overcome those things. This sort of. At the same time, though, think about the time we're in. Think about the world we're in right now. The world is so connected. And we're able to be reminded of these terrible things because of how connected we are. And so we're able to help out because of how connected we are. Thanks to the internet, everyone has an opportunity to meet everyone else in a way. Now, of course, we splinter off and go into our own groups, which is also a good thing. People who are enthusiastic for Kirby can meet together and talk. That's awesome. People who are enthusiastic about amiibos can talk about them. Andy Sexton, big fan of him. Really love that guy. That guy has like every amiibo ever. He's another guy that I think would be buddies with if I was around them in real life more often. You can talk about your enthusiasm for, of course, sports and these things and that things. You can also, of course, this is partially why there's Nazis, because they're able to come together easier now. But there's also come together the people who are against Nazis as well. A lot of groups are able to come together a lot easier now thanks to the internet. And we're seeing a lot of voices, we're hearing a lot of voices. At the same time, what we're seeing from the fact that there are Nazis just tells you that, well, there's a problem, and we should do something about that problem. That's what that also does. But overall, you can get overly cynical about things. You can get very cynical and very negative about things in life. But I don't think you have to be, you know? It's not bad to have some cynicism. It's not bad to have some skepticism, but I think like overly skeptical, overly cynical, I think can be very bad, because then you don't trust in anything, you don't believe in anything. And that's just sad. I think you need to have a little bit of belief, a little bit of optimism to be able to pull off miracles and pull off amazing things and amazing feats. Because if you just think things are going to fail, or you just think that the chances of things are very low, then you're not going to try to make things amazing, I think. So it's kind of important to have some optimism. It's kind of important to have some belief in things. That's what I think I'm saying there. And I'm thankful for people in general, because it takes all kinds to make things happen. It takes the dreamers to come up with these great ideas for things, but it also does take the down-to-earth people to temper that into something viable and doable. That's also a thing as well. I try to be even-handed, but when you be even-handed, you notice that some things maybe edge more in one direction or the other. As, for example, of course, again, going back to Puerto Rico and Flint, Michigan, those things are terrible things. You can't really be even-handed there. Those are terrible things. That just outweighs everything else, kind of. But what you kind of have to do is you kind of have to just sidestep those things to keep positivity going, I suppose. It's... I think the yeah, those topics right there are kind of derailing me a little bit. But the main crux of this video is thankfulness and positivity and the good things that have happened. So going back to some negatives is, well, of course, all things with EA and WB and other big companies, 2K, Take-Two, like all of them are doing really shady crap. What's awful, of course, is Take-Two's going to have microtransactions in every game from this point on. That's really crappy. You, of course, have the layoffs and the shutdowns. You have Telltale layoffs. You have Runic shutdown, Motiga's layoffs. You have Visceral shutdowns. Those are all terrible, sucky things. Those are people without jobs. I'm in the belief that those people will bounce back and make some amazing games in the future, for dang sure. But also, even though with all these crappy things happening in gaming, there's also so many amazing things, of course. Like, you can just look at Switch alone. Looking at Switch alone, Switch has had an amazing launch, has an amazing year in gaming. You have Odyssey, you have Splatoon, for those who like Splatoon. Some people really like ARMS. Then there's, of course, Breath of the Wild. I think we all forgot Breath of the Wild was a thing because it was the early part of the year. But that game was amazing. And for those of you who weren't into Breath of the Wild, there was, of course, Horizon Zero Dawn. A lot of people really loved that one. That was a huge one as well. Of course, is the year of PUBG as well. There's a lot of really great things in gaming as well as negative things that have happened. I think it's just all the negatives near the end of the year right now are just really in people's faces, because all the really good stuff was earlier on. But you have so many amazing games. Like, we're playing Wolfenstein 2. Destiny 2. Like, I really like Destiny 2. I like it a lot. I like Wolfenstein 2 a lot. It's been very fun. There have been so many amazing games. We played, Night in the Woods, which was really fun. It's been a great year. I'm really grateful to be alive. I'm grateful for the channel. I'm grateful for gaming. I'm grateful for so many things. I'm just so thankful. I really am. And for the people who've been wanting it for so long, a Justice League movie is finally here. Get a Justice League movie. It's for some it's really bad, for some it's really amazing, and some people it's going to be they have to wait for the next Justice League movie to hopefully see a really good Justice League movie. People were mixed on that one, of course. But the bigger takeaway is we're getting comic book movies in a big way the last like decade, and it's been so awesome. As a fan of comic books since a kid, it's so awesome seeing them in movie form, and I can't wait to see better things coming out of DC, hopefully, and the things Marvel's making. Like I don't feel like Marvel has slowed down at all. It's great. And DC, Wonder Woman was a good shot, and it's great, and I'm hoping to see more greatness because Wonder Woman shows that there's hope. But even if you don't like the DC live action, the DC animated universe has been really, really good. So if you're not liking the live action movies, there's really good animated movies you can see instead. So there's still a lot of great there for DC. I'm not sure how I want to end this thing. I derailed it a little bit in some ways. Look, here's the thing. The realization at the end of the day. As I was saying earlier, there's a lot of bad and there's a lot of good. And let's talk about that. Thoughts and prayers. Sometimes all you can do is thoughts and prayers. But also, with that energy, you can also pay it forward. I think that's what's important. I'm going to end this with a story about paying it forward, but there's only so much any of us can do. That's really the truth of it all. When none of us are Superman, as much as we wish we could be, or Batman, or the Hulk, or does anyone want to be the Hulk? Or Captain America, or any of these characters, or any other thing in fantasy. I wish I could be this guy. I wish I could emulate my life around what I think Kirby is. Kirby is a very happy person. They're very happy. They fight bad guys, they fight for what is right, and they keep a smile on. Or they have the angry face at times. America really likes that one. But they fight, and they keep fighting. They always fight. They do their best, and they come out of it smiling. I wish I could be that. I wish I could be a kind of a bright side kind of person. Kirby has always been my favorite because he's just this happy little guy who's pretty cute, but he's also a huge badass. And if you don't recognize Kirby's a badass, I don't know what's wrong with you. Kirby's a badass. But I still want to be, I don't know, a big deal. I don't know how we're going to pull it off, but I want to be a big force for good. I don't want to be just a little one. I want to be a big force. Something that is just helping people out in some way and just making good things happen in this world. That's what I want to do. And it's the struggle of figuring out how to pull that off. How do you get the popularity to do it? I don't know. But gonna keep trying at that. Never gonna stop trying to do that. That's what's important to me. What I can do for this world is just bring smiles and just bring people relief because we're all toiling in some way in this life. Like some of us maybe school's really crappy, or our parents are crappy, or our friends are crappy, or we don't even have friends, or siblings suck, or there's so many ways life can suck. There are. And the goal of the channel is to make things a little less crappy, you know? Make people smile, make them happy, just uplift a little bit. I'm not trying to impress you with gameplay. I think I'm kind of good at times, but I'm trying to make you laugh. I'm trying to make you happy. And I do it through just being me. I don't try to do anything. I don't fake anything. Like it's really just trying to just bring an energy and a funness and just going with the flow of how things go. And yeah, because life is going with the flow. You either stand firm and get knocked over sometimes, or you stand firm and plow through it, or you go with the flow and you adapt to the flow and you find a way to take advantage of it in your direction. Well, this metaphor is getting away from me really fast, but you just go. You do what you do with the flow. Forget it. This is what happens when Scarf doesn't plan things out. At the end of the day, it's just about you guys and gals being in a better place. If I put you guys and girls in a better state of mind, in a better place in some way, then I've accomplished my job. That's what's important to me. That's what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful that YouTube exists so I can do that. That Twitch exists so that I can do that. That Twitter exists so sometimes I'm funny on Twitter, that I can do it through there as well. I'm thankful the internet exists because we can do that. We can cope through the internet. We can watch funny videos. We can watch amazing videos. We could look at cute animals. We can listen to music. We can read poetry. We can read books. We can do whatever it takes to make us feel better. We can do those things. We can also do all the things that can make us feel worse and horrible. We can look at just horrible things and get angry, which is a lot of what Twitter does as well. But we can also use it to just feel better. And some people actually use to educate themselves. That's a thing you can do as well. I need to do that more often. Educational channels are amazing. Those are pretty awesome. I wish we did educational stuff sometimes. But, it's a mess of a world out there, but we can make it so much better. So I want to tell a story paying it forward. When I did my internship for the city of Del Mar, it was a construction job. It was a construction internship because the internship was just knowing all these city jobs. So I did a bunch of different city jobs, and one was construction. Did that for 8 weeks. And at one point, they sent me to Home Depot. And they're like, okay, we need 450 steaks and what was it, 30... See, it was 30 of these things would equal about like 400 yards of fencing. But it was that plastic fencing. And so I had to go to Home Depot and I bought that stuff. I'm like, damn, we're fighting a lot of vampires. But it's the big wooden post steaks. That's what those are. And so I bought all that. And I just had this giant cart, and I had to take it to the truck and put it all in that big-ass truck I had to drive. And it was all heavy, and it was a pain in the ass putting all that stuff in that truck. And I was about maybe halfway through, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I got so much more to put in this truck. And an old man walks over, and he grabs some boards, some of the steaks. Like, I said boards, because they're these big wooden things. And he grabs a bunch of the steaks and helps put them in. And without any words, he just helps me out. And I'm like, I'm just huffing and puffing and still putting them in there. And I got help going. And it's really great. And when it's done, I was like, thanks. And he's like, don't worry. Here's all I want you to do. Here's all I want you to do. I want you to pay it forward. That's what he said. And then the old man walked off. And that touched me. That's an amazing thing. So I always try to do the right thing, but even more so after that moment. Like, this was 2 years ago. After that moment, I'll go out of my way more so now. Because this old man went out of his way to help me. And that was awesome. That touched me. So I will go out of my way if I actually see something, and I try to help out. If I see... And this has happened. I've seen an old lady. She's got again, Home Depot, because I keep having to go to Home Depot. I see an old lady and she got all these heavy supplies. Like, ma'am, can I help you? And I just help her put stuff in there. I go to Walmart. Lady has big bags of fertilizer. I'm like, can I help you? I'll help her put that in her trunk. It's paying it forward. After it actually happened to me, I felt it in a bigger way. So I'm like, yeah. If we pay it forward, maybe it'll just help everyone in some way, right? So that's how I'm ending it with that story, paying it forward. It's important at the end of the day, I feel, to help each other in any way we can. Doesn't have to be big, doesn't have to be small. Well, it doesn't have to be big, it can be small. That's what I mean. As long as you're helping in some way, I think that's what's important. I think that's what's the most important thing. Big or small. That's the way I meant to put it. And yeah. Happy Thanksgiving. I am thankful as heck for everything. I'm so thankful. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thankful to you guys and gals. Thankful for everything. Good and bad. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be experiencing things in my life. Even with all the tears and all the pain and all that stuff. There's been so many great and amazing times in my life. So I'm thankful. course, Canadians had their Thanksgiving last month, so, just, watch this video anyway, Canadians. I don't think everyone else, I don't know what other countries celebrate Thanksgiving. It might just be America and Canada. I have no idea. I don't pay attention. I should pay attention to that, but I'm thankful. And so, thank you guys and gals. Thank you a lot. Oh, also, I just remembered we're doing a giveaway for Thanksgiving. It's like 10 games, 10 winners, so get in on that as well. Because, of course, y'all should have a chance at winning that as well. We're doing that. I just want to experiment with if we did like a mass number, because I'm thinking of maybe doing a 25 winner, 25 game giveaway in December as well, like 25 days of Christmas. So why not experiment with a 10, just see on a smaller scale how that would go. So make sure you get in on the giveaways. We did learn that if you already subscribe to the channel and everything, you just automatically get those entries, I think, if you click on it. So there you go. You don't get screwed over for already being a sub. So yeah, that's the vlog. I had fun talking with you, watching and listening. And I know it's a bit of a mess. I'm sorry it's a bit of a mess. I think we've been doing these vlogs for like 3 or 4 years, and they're definitely better than they used to be. But I could still be more organized. I think part of it is because I have less time. I can't write out a script every time, but it would be more helpful if I did start writing scripts for the vlog. So I'm going to try to do that, I think, in the future, so that they're just better structured. Because the last vlog, the one before, the one that came out on, can't remember, on the 12th or the 11th, that one I think was better because I did write out a lot of stuff ahead of time. So we'll see how I grow and develop things, but I'm thankful, guys. I really am. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.